What up, Dum Dum?
It's recording now.
What up, Dum Dum?
I said, what up, Dum Dum?
I said, Dum Dum. You're dumb, dude. What are we talking about today, my friend?
So this is round two of reflections from this mastermind retreat that we're at. Like you said on the last one, lots of
Brilliantly said.
Questionable, but questionable at best. But there are some good little nuggets that we've written down, and one of the members of my group, she said that she was here, she was at this retreat, a part of this group, and she said, my goal is for connection, not self-protection. And I was like, whoa, that's pretty solid. That's pretty good. And because I think, well, I know a lot of times we hide, we don't want to be vulnerable because vulnerability gets hard, because that, reality sets in a little bit. And sometimes, you can really see what's truth, and sometimes truth isn't so awesome. So I thought that was really, really good to be seeking connection, because connection then brings out vulnerability, and vulnerability helps you grow.
Yeah, and I think also shining light on some of those things that we try to hide. We recognize when we're in, community and connection, we realize, one, it's really not that big of a deal. Yeah. I mean, it's not as this big monster in the closet that we thought it was. Maybe it was just a pile of dirty clothes that stink a little bit, but it's not a monster.
Yeah.
Which I know you can relate to stinky clothes.
I mean, I already took a shower today.
Yeah, you did. I didn't. But I think the other part of that is, and there's a ton of power in groups like this, is that you realize your problem is not unique.
Yeah.
And I think just the acknowledgement that you're not, like, I know we want to think we're special and snowflakes, and we're all, we all are, our problems are bigger than everybody else's, and all that good stuff. But the reality of the situation is there's comfort in knowing that there's a lot of commonality, and especially when you get in a group like this, especially with people that want to grow, you are able to see that your problems are not unique at all. And there's probably a number of people that can be a resource for you to deal with those issues, which is why, we have identified a problem within men being vulnerable and trying to hide these things that are very personal. They don't talk to their wives about, they don't talk to their friend groups about, a lot of people don't talk to their church groups about. And we're able to, by starting this mastermind that we're starting, to bring men together and very quickly start getting through some of those things. And it's been life-changing. And that's the key, is that if you're willing to seek connection, then it can help you grow. Like, I was getting emotional with some shares yesterday in our group because I wasn't feeling that they really wanted it or being genuine. It doesn't impact my life at all.
Yeah.
I know their first names. And so, but you can see the pain in them. You could see the suffering, you could see the unhappiness, you can see the lack of connectedness.
Yeah.
And it made me sad. And then it made me frustrated and angry, not at them, but that I could see how a way that they could potentially move forward from that. And they just didn't want to. And it was sad, because you see potential, and it's not realized. And again, it has nothing to do with me. Nothing I could say. I wasn't thinking that anything I would say would help them. It was, they have this opportunity and connectivity, intentional connectedness to grow and come out of a situation that, in a lot of ways, financially, there's some ninjas in that room. Mentally, physically, there's people that are just, doing amazing things, and they all could have poured into this one group or to this one couple, into all of us, and bring us to a level of growth that I believe you can only get through connectedness and intentionality to be our highest and best, which I think there's magic in that.
Yeah, there's real magic when you get a group of people, growth-minded individuals into a room, all from different walks of life, all have different experiences and opinions and values, but they all have a commonality of getting better. And when you put that into a room and connect on a deep level and be open and be vulnerable, there's something like really cool that happens. That connectedness, and like ideas start flowing, and different thoughts and ideas and opinions and ways to look at things that you might have never thought of or never looked at before. And there's like some magic that happens in a room, and it's powerful. And so, I would highly recommend for people to seek connectedness, and seek connection, not self-protection, because that's the only way you're going to grow.
Yep. No, I agree. And a valid question. Have you thought one time about what we pay since being here?
Yeah.
And actually engaging and being part of the group, what we pay to be a part of this group?
Nope.
Not even, like, it hasn't even crossed my mind. It was a thought we had before.
I'd probably pay more.
Right. And it's a thought we had before because we weren't, just being honest.
Yeah.
We weren't plugging in to the level that the group even requires and that the group asks of their members. And I think I only bring that up to say there may be a cost to it.
Yeah.
But I would also ask, what's the cost to not doing it?
Not do anything. Yeah.
And I think when you start putting price on value, it's a very different proposition than putting price on a transaction.
Yeah.
And so I think just food for thought for those of you out there listening that may not be in masterminds or may not pay for it. I'm telling you, I used to be there, and my life has changed so much since I started committing with my checkbook. As we always say, your checkbook and your calendar.
Yeah.
Highlight what's most important to you. And so when I started committing with my checkbook and calendar to growing, it really changed a lot of things. And a lot of people are like, oh, there's all these free resources. And we know guys that started in a library and they started reading, and it's like, it's a free resource. And now some of those guys spend more money than I have ever made in a year on self-development because of the connectedness.
Right.
It's not the resources that are lacking. It's the connectedness and the accountability and the realness of having other people to walk alongside you, which I think is pretty stinking amazing. So
that's deep, dude.
Dum Dudes, deep thoughts, bringing it. Connect. And sometimes your closet's stinky, not because there's a monster in there farting. It's because it's your own nasty, dirty clothes in a pile.
So don't be dumb.
So don't be dumb and do your laundry.
See ya.